What if I told you that one of the entertainment world's most iconic families is facing allegations so shocking that it's almost impossible to believe? Reports have surfaced that Blue Ivy, the daughter of Jay-Z and Beyonce, has allegedly gone to the police accusing her own father of selling her to none other than Diddy. Yes, you heard that right. One of the music industry's most powerful men, accused by his own child in a scandal that's shaking Hollywood to its core.
Rapper JAYZ is hitting back today over an allegation he and Sean Diddy Combs raped a 13-year-old girl after the Video Music Awards in 2000. He says it's blackmail, but the biggest heartbreak, he says, is for his family, including his wife, Beyonce, and their eldest daughter, 12-year-old Blue Ivy.
The allegations against Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, and P. Diddy, comes in a civil lawsuit in which the young woman says she was drugged and that Sean Combs aggressively approached with a crazed look in his eyes, grabbed her and said, "You are ready to party." At that point, Carter, Jay-Z, began removing plaintiff's clothes as she grew more and more disoriented. Beyonce's husband is striking back, releasing a scathing statement. "My lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby. What he calculated was the nature of the allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir, it had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny." Busby is hitting back, saying, "I won't be bullied or intimidated. People will see through this effort to discredit me."
It was typical Jay-Z. Jay-Z doesn't cower. He tends to be one that shoots pretty straight, and he's used to fighting back.
In his statement, Jay-Z said his heart breaks for Beyonce and their 3 children, especially their oldest daughter, Blue Ivy. Her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims.
Sean Diddy Combs, who has denied any wrongdoing, was recently denied bail for a 3rd time and remains in federal prison.
But what's really going on here? Could these claims possibly be true? And if so, what does this mean for Jay-Z, Beyonce, and their family legacy? Or is this a calculated attempt to bring them down? These are the questions everyone is asking, and we're breaking it all down for you. From Blue Ivy's shocking allegations to the ripple effects hitting Jay-Z and Beyonce, and even the mention of Diddy's involvement, we've got all the details. By the end of this video, you'll know the full story behind the headlines, the speculation, and the questions that just won't go away. So stay with us as we unravel this jaw-dropping saga piece by piece. Shocking allegations rock the Carter household. The Carter household, a symbol of global fame and influence, now stands at the center of a jaw-dropping controversy. Recent allegations claim that Blue Ivy, the eldest daughter of Beyonce and Jay-Z, has filed a report accusing her father of shocking misconduct. The claim that Jay-Z allegedly sold her to music mogul Diddy in some form of exploitative arrangement. While the details remain speculative, the gravity of these accusations has captivated the public and media alike, igniting widespread outrage and disbelief.
When you sit here, you know, the one question everybody has is there a part of you that thinks it's time for me to get back in the studio, or you're in no rush to do that, or are you waiting till the time is right for you?
Yeah, I think...
Because we can't use the word retirement for you.
Yeah. No, I already did that. I can't do that ever again. I would say I want to make music, but it has to be something important. I don't want to just make a bunch of tunes. That's not going to serve me. It won't feed me, first of all.
What does feed you? What feeds you?
I have to be saying something important. It has to mean something. You know, it has to mean something to a larger society. Like 444, for example, was a personal story.
Yeah.
But the amount of vulnerability in there allowed for a lot of people to explore the space.
This story has all the makings of a headline-grabbing scandal, celebrity drama, family betrayal, and allegations against some of the most powerful figures in the entertainment industry. The involvement of Blue Ivy, an innocent child caught in the storm, adds a deeply unsettling dimension to the controversy. The media frenzy surrounding this story reflects society's fascination with the downfall of powerful figures, especially when their personal lives and public personas appear to collide so starkly. Our purpose in this video is to break down the allegations, analyze their implications and explore the ripple effects they might have on the Carter family and beyond. From the legal complexities of the claims to the public's reaction, we'll provide a comprehensive look at this unfolding drama. By the end, you'll have a clearer understanding of the story behind the headlines and what it means for one of the entertainment world's most iconic families. Blue Ivy's role, a daughter's allegation. At the heart of this controversy is Blue Ivy, a young girl who has been thrust into the spotlight under harrowing circumstances. Reports suggest that Blue Ivy herself has filed allegations against her father, JAYZ, claiming he engaged in actions that jeopardized her safety and well-being. The specifics of the accusations remain vague, but the suggestion that she was sold to Diddy has sparked waves of disbelief and anger across the globe. The context surrounding these claims is equally perplexing. How did such serious allegations come to light? Some speculate that a third party may have influenced Blue Ivy, or that the accusations are a result of internal family strife. Others believe these claims are indicative of deeper, unaddressed issues within the Carter household. Regardless of the origin, the fact that a child is at the center of these allegations makes the situation all the more sensitive and emotionally charged.
She has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. That doesn't work. Some of you gonna go home tonight and feel like you've been robbed. Some of you may get robbed. Some of you don't belong in the category. No, when I get nervous, I tell the truth. My daughter sits and stares at me nervous as I am. Just in life, you gotta keep showing up.
Public and media reactions have been intense and varied. Many express concern for Blue Ivy's well-being, urging authorities to investigate thoroughly to ensure her safety. Meanwhile, skeptics question the credibility of the claims, arguing that such allegations might be a calculated attempt to tarnish JAYZ's reputation. This dichotomy of support and skepticism highlights the delicate nature of addressing serious allegations involving minors in the public eye. JAYZ, a father under fire. JAYZ, one of the most influential figures in music and business, finds himself at the center of these grave allegations. Known for his public image as a devoted father and family man, these claims threaten to unravel the carefully cultivated persona he has built over decades. The stark contrast between his role as a loving parent and the accusations against him has left fans and observers grappling with the duality of his public and private lives.
On the JAYZ recent stuff, I don't believe it. Right. I looked into that case and I actually don't believe it.
A lot of holes in it.
Yeah, that one doesn't pass the sniff test for me. But in terms of his relationship with Diddy, I would expect him to make some sort of a statement because, like I said, he is overtly political. So I just want people to keep the same energy. If you normally don't comment on matters, that's totally fine. But if you've been lecturing us for years about every other social ill, now would be a great time to use your platform for that same energy. If you were saying women are suffering, I'm with Kamala. Well, we've got some women that are suffering and have a lot of proof and evidence.
His response to these allegations has been measured yet firm. Through his legal team, JAYZ has vehemently denied any wrongdoing, labeling the accusations as baseless and defamatory. Despite his denials, the allegations have already caused significant damage to his reputation. High-profile endorsements, partnerships, and even his standing as a cultural icon are now under threat as the story gains traction. The impact on JAYZ's personal and professional reputation is profound. While his achievements in music, philanthropy, and business remain undeniable, this controversy casts a long shadow over his legacy. For a man who has often spoken about breaking generational curses and building a brighter future for his children, these allegations present a stark and painful irony. Beyoncé's position, a mother caught in the middle. Beyoncé, often seen as the epitome of grace and strength, now finds herself navigating an unimaginable crisis. As both a mother to Blue Ivy and a partner to JAYZ, her role in this controversy is fraught with emotional and ethical complexities. The public is left wondering how much Beyoncé knew about these allegations and what actions, if any, she has taken to protect her family.
No one realizes that Beyoncé's mother, Tina Knowles, used 3 cruel methods to destroy Beyoncé's marriage to JAYZ. After JAYZ was accused of injuring a 13-year-old girl with Diddy, some fans immediately noticed that Beyoncé's mother, Knowles, liked a post describing the lawsuit. Although Knowles immediately posted that she was hacked, such a lame excuse makes people suspect that she was actually dissatisfied with JAYZ a long time ago. But due to JAYZ's social status and fan appeal, she did not dare to express it directly. Secondly, the Knowles family has always attached great importance to family and marital loyalty. Knowles seemed to be warning JAYZ in this way. The rumors about JAYZ and Roy have never stopped. Beyoncé's sister Solange once punched JAYZ in the elevator. It seems to confirm that the relationship between JAYZ and Roy is too close. Finally, after JAYZ married Beyonce, JAYZ's career was relatively stagnant. Beyonce's career developed better, and the two had a certain competitive relationship and conflict of interest in some cooperation projects or business opportunities. Knowles has always been
Speculation about Beyonce's knowledge or involvement has fueled debates online and in the media. Some argue that as a fiercely protective mother, she would have been aware of any danger to her children. Others suggest that she may have been caught off guard by these allegations, just like the public. Her silence thus far has only added to the speculation, leaving fans divided over her role in the unfolding drama. Public reaction to Beyonce's position has been mixed. While some sympathize with her and acknowledge the difficulty of her situation, others criticize her for not speaking out more forcefully. This controversy puts Beyonce in a challenging position, forcing her to balance her loyalty to her family with her responsibility as a public figure admired by millions. Diddy's alleged involvement. The allegations take an even darker turn with the mention of Sean Diddy Combs, another towering figure in the entertainment industry. Reports suggest that Diddy may have been complicit in the alleged arrangement, further complicating an already convoluted story. His history of controversies and accusations makes his involvement in this situation particularly troubling.
We've got some breaking news to get to. A civil lawsuit has been filed against JAYZ, saying the rapper raped a 13-year-old girl back in 2000. The suit alleges that JAYZ, whose real name is Sean Carter, raped the girl after the Video Music Awards alongside Sean Diddy Combs. The victim says she was invited to an after party after being spotted by a limo driver and was then assaulted by both rappers. JAYZ is calling this a blackmail attempt. He released a statement on social media responding to the lawsuit, and Texas attorney behind the legal action saying in part, these allegations are so heinous in nature, you have made a terrible error in judgment, thinking that all celebrities are the same. I look forward to showing you just how different I am.
The day will come when we will name names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already. And of course, I already know who some of these individuals are, but because of the nature of this case, we're going to make damn sure that we're right before we do that. But the names that we're going to name, assuming that our investigators confirm and corroborate what we've been told, are names that will shock you.
Diddy's name has long been associated with power and influence, but also with whispers of misconduct and unethical behavior. While he has yet to publicly address his alleged involvement in this case, his past controversies cast a shadow over his credibility. From legal battles to rumors of exploitation, Diddy's reputation has been anything but pristine. The credibility of Diddy's response, or lack thereof, will play a critical role in shaping public perception. If these allegations are substantiated, they could mark a turning point not only for him, but for the broader entertainment industry, which has often been criticized for enabling and protecting powerful figures at the expense of justice. The legal angle, police and investigative action. The involvement of law enforcement adds a significant layer of complexity to this case. The alleged report filed by Blue Ivy has prompted questions about how authorities handle cases involving celebrity families. Given the sensitive nature of the claims and the high-profile individuals involved, the investigation is likely to be both intricate and closely watched.
Rapper Sean Diddy Combs has found himself in more legal trouble, arrested by US federal agents. It follows a string of sex trafficking accusations and assault lawsuits. Officers are reportedly scouring his hotel and home, but specific charges haven't been revealed.
Sean Diddy Combs' lawyer had a bizarre explanation for why the rapper had so much baby oil. While speaking to the press, his lawyer Mark Agnifilio responded to claims that 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant were confiscated from Combs' homes in Miami and LA. Agnifilio told the New York Post, "I don't think it was 1,000. I think it was a lot. I mean, there is a Costco right down the street. I think Americans buy in bulk, as we know."
Law enforcement faces unique challenges in such cases. Balancing the privacy of a minor with the public's demand for transparency is a delicate task. Additionally, the influence and resources of figures like JAYZ and Diddy can complicate the pursuit of justice. These factors highlight the systemic barriers that often hinder investigations into powerful individuals. The legal complexities extend beyond the immediate investigation. Cases like this can set precedents for how similar allegations are handled in the future, particularly when they involve minors. The outcome of this investigation will not only impact the Carter family, but also shape broader conversations about accountability and justice in high-profile high-profile cases, family dynamics, and internal struggles. The allegations against Jay-Z have undoubtedly caused significant strain within the Carter household, a family long perceived as a symbol of success, unity, and influence. Blue Ivy's reported decision to take legal steps against her father raises pressing questions about the internal dynamics of one of the world's most prominent families. Was this an isolated act fueled by external pressures, or does it reflect deeper fractures in their relationships? The very fact that such a young member of the family is at the center of these claims suggests a breakdown of trust, communication, or both, leaving the public speculating about what might truly be happening behind closed doors.
Well, speaking of untoward sex scandals, it's time for Diddy Watch. Yes, we've entered week 2 of Sean Diddy Combs' criminal journey, and ironically, he's now the one getting from every direction. After being denied bail for a second time, he's been locked up in the infamous Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, often described as hell on earth by its inmates. It's the same place where Jeffrey Epstein definitely killed himself and was not murdered for the sex crimes he witnessed or the evidence he had on videotape. No way. Diddy could be reportedly heard screaming from his cell. He doesn't know anything about Hillary Clinton.
How does a brother survive jail without being Epsteined?
I want to continue on this journey towards recovery and healing. I'm glad that he is locked up, but that's a temporary feeling of relief.
I don't feel like I could advocate for myself in that moment. Like, I realized, like, oh, this guy is dangerous.
What did Cassie tell you about these freak offs?
You know, that he would hire these, like, sex workers and, like, they would have, you know, sex with her or whatever, and he would watch and tell them what to do.
Well, Bianca, we're here at federal court, and once again, Diddy's lawyers are going before a federal judge to try to convince him that the incarcerated music mogul deserves bail.
These claims could irreparably damage Blue Ivy's relationship with her parents, particularly her father. Trust, the bedrock of any familial bond, can be incredibly difficult to rebuild when accusations of this magnitude come into play. The emotional toll on the entire family is immense, not only for Blue Ivy, but also for her siblings, who may find themselves caught in the crossfire of a controversy they cannot fully comprehend. For Beyonce, navigating her roles as both a protective mother and a supportive partner adds an additional layer of complexity to an already painful situation. Beyond the immediate household, the allegations carry far-reaching implications for the Carter legacy. As one of the most admired families in the entertainment industry, the Carters have been celebrated for their accomplishments in music, business, and activism. However, this controversy risks overshadowing those achievements, potentially redefining how they are remembered by fans and critics alike. The lasting effects of these claims could transform their legacy from one of inspiration to one of cautionary tales about the fragility of trust and the impact of personal choices on public perception. Media coverage and public perception. The media has played a monumental role in shaping how the public perceives this controversy. From sensational headlines in tabloids to in-depth investigative reporting by established outlets, the coverage has spanned the spectrum of journalism. This media frenzy has turned what might have been a private matter into a global spectacle, leaving the public to navigate a web of both verified facts and rampant speculation. The intense scrutiny has amplified every detail, making it nearly impossible for anyone involved to escape the spotlight. Social media has further amplified the story, transforming it into a viral phenomenon. Platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok have become battlegrounds for opinions, theories, and debates, with users dissecting every piece of information in real time. While this has helped bring the issue to a wider audience, it has also distorted the narrative, allowing misinformation and unverified claims to spread rapidly. Hashtags related to the controversy have trended globally, and influencers and commentators have weighed in, often adding their own biases to the conversation. This digital cacophony has made it increasingly challenging for the public to discern fact from fiction. Public opinion remains deeply divided. Some believe the allegations warrant serious investigation, pointing to the history of systemic issues in the entertainment industry as a reason to take these claims at face value. Others argue that the accusations are too far-fetched, or maybe part of a calculated smear campaign against Jay-Z and his family. This polarization reflects broader societal debates about power, privilege, and the credibility of allegations against influential figures. As the story continues to evolve, the media's role in either clarifying or complicating the truth will remain a central focus. Historical context, celebrity scandals involving families. The Carter family is not the first high-profile household to find itself embroiled in a public scandal, and history offers numerous examples of how fame and family dynamics can collide in troubling ways. The Jackson family, for instance, endured decades of legal battles and public scrutiny, with Michael Jackson facing some of the most high-profile allegations in entertainment history. Similarly, the Spears family's internal struggles, particularly surrounding Britney Spears' conservatorship, became a global conversation about power, control, and the cost of celebrity. Patterns observed in these cases reveal several recurring themes. One is the use of power and influence to suppress allegations or control narratives. Another is the media's role in amplifying or distorting these stories, often prioritizing sensationalism over accuracy. Finally, there is the public's fascination with the personal lives of the rich and famous, which frequently shifts from admiration to voyeurism when scandals arise. These dynamics not only shape how these stories unfold, but also influence the outcomes for those involved, whether it be legal resolutions, career trajectories, or personal relationships. Examining past scandals provides valuable insights into the current situation involving the Carter family. Like those before them, JAYZ, Beyonce, and Blue Ivy are navigating a treacherous intersection of public intrigue and private pain. History suggests that while public interest in such controversies may wane over time, the lasting impact on the individuals and families involved can be profound and enduring. Whether through damaged reputations, strained relationships, or altered legacies, the ripple effects of scandals like these often linger long after the headlines fade, unraveling the truth and moving forward. As this story continues to develop, it remains one of the most complex and controversial scandals in recent memory. The allegations against JAYZ and Diddy, coupled with Blue Ivy's involvement, raise serious questions about family, power, and accountability. The potential outcomes of this case are as varied as they are significant. Whether the allegations are substantiated or dismissed, the ripple effects on the Carter family and the entertainment industry will be profound. This controversy underscores the importance of approaching such stories with both critical thinking and compassion. We encourage viewers to stay informed.
There's really no deal that the U.S. Attorney's Office can offer, and it's certainly not one that Diddy will accept. It would involve decades in federal prison. We're talking about mandatory minimum sentences of 10 years for both the drug charges and the trafficking. So we know that Diddy has fought charges before. There were state charges, there were gun-related, the nightclub shooting with J-Lo, but he's going to dig in his heels, and this case is going to trial. So if you're prosecutors, you really want to make sure that your evidence is bulletproof before you go down that route.
3 new male accusers now say Sean Diddy Combs sexually assaulted them, according to civil lawsuits filed today in New York. The lawsuits filed anonymously allege a pattern of conduct similar to what other Combs accusers have alleged, saying that Combs would invite them for a meeting, they would have a drink, get woozy, and then wake up to Combs raping them. Combs' attorneys calling the new accusations lies, denying Combs ever sexually assaulted anyone. Our senior investigative correspondent Aaron Katursky joins us now for more. So tell us about these new civil lawsuits that have been filed, and is this the first time that the accusers have actually been men? I mean, we did hear from one accuser in the past couple of weeks, right, Aaron? So it seems like more men are coming forward.
These aren't the first men to accuse Sean Combs of assault, but they are coming forward as a trio filed by a plaintiff's attorney named Thomas Giuffre, who says he had more than 60 people come to him to ask about suing Sean Combs, and he only filed these 3 that he says he was able to vet. He says they followed a pattern of people coming into Sean Combs's orbit in one way or another, being plied with a spiked alcoholic drink, and then waking up to having Combs sexually assault them. Now, Combs, as you mentioned, Kira, has denied sexually assaulting anyone, has called these new accusers liars. One of the men worked for Combs, and he says that he went to a meeting arranged at a hotel where Combs was saying to talk about some kind of monetary payment for jobs that he never got paid for. That's when he says he was attacked.
We will follow all the details and all the investigations because they don't seem to be going away. Just the lawsuits continued to grow. Investigative correspondent Aaron Katursky. Thank you, Aaron.
From a lifestyle of super yachts and aspirational wealth to this. Sean Diddy Combs now behind bars at this notorious Brooklyn detention centre as he awaits trial for trafficking and racketeering. pleading not guilty to charges that, with the help of his employees, he coerced and abused for years, using blackmail and violence to silence his victims. And on top of the criminal case made against him, the hip-hop mogul also faces a mounting number of civil suits, more than 20 so far.
I look forward to taking Sean Combs' deposition in prison. For one thing, we know where he is. He can't say he's unavailable and out of town.
Lawyer Lisa Bloom is representing this woman, pictured next to Combs here, singer Dawn Richard, a member of 2 bands formed by the rapper.
She alleges that she was groped and grabbed by Sean Combs, that she witnessed him physically assaulting other women, that he restrained her, locked her into cars and other places, falsely imprisoned her. And it was just a really terrifying experience for her.
Combs' lawyers say Richard's allegations are an attempt to rewrite history. False claims, they say, manufactured by a singer who has an album out and who's trying to get a payday. They argue if she had such a negative experience, why did she return to work with him?
This is just the tip of the iceberg, what we're seeing right now. I think we're going to see a lot more accusers come forward. I have no doubt that there are hundreds more people who have these types of allegations of assault, physical violence, threats, trafficking against Sean Combs and people associated with him, and that many are just too afraid to come forward, or that they signed NDAs and they think they have no rights.
So could other famous names be dragged into the mix? Court filings were recently made against rapper JAYZ, who has vehemently denied allegations he raped a 13-year-old girl, allegedly with Sean Combs, after the MTV Music Awards in the year 2000. Calling for the lawsuit to be dismissed after inconsistencies emerged in her allegation.
People used to brag about going to Diddy parties, and a lot of people were there. Maybe some of them didn't know what was happening, but surely many of them did.
While both Combs and JAYZ claim civil lawsuits are an attempt to extort money, the cases are continuing at a pace.
Right now, we are aggressively moving ahead with our cases. I think we might see more criminal charges to come.
From behind bars, the rapper, through his lawyers, says he is confident in his version of events and that he looks forward to proving his innocence in court. Katie Spencer, Sky News.
I want to ask you, because your clients are filing for now anonymously.
Correct.
Why?
Every single one of them, after the rapes, were threatened. They were threatened with physical harm. They were told, if you do anything, it's not going to be good for you. And Sean Combs is not somebody who runs around with a bunch of choir boys. And those threats are very real to all of these men. One of them knew him from the neighborhood, knew the people he ran with, and knew that these were not empty threats. These were not a bunch of lawyers in offices somewhere. These are guys who can follow through, make your life end, cause you physical harm. So they were terrified.
I know you saw what Combs has said about your clients. Full of lies. These stories are full of lies. What do you say to him and his attorneys?
Well, what else are they going to say? They're not going to say they're true. They're going to say the typical thing that's said in every single one of these cases, that these are untrue, it's made up, it's phony, it's just a monetary shakedown. What else can they do? He's sitting in lockup in Brooklyn right now, charged with these very same things. And he really has no defense other than to badmouth the people who are suing him, badmouth the lawyers, and that's what he's doing.
Question narratives and await further developments before drawing conclusions. The truth, whatever it may be, has the power to reshape how we view not only the Carter family, but also the systems that enable and protect those in power. And that's the story of one of the most explosive controversies to ever hit the Carter household: Blue Ivy's allegations, Jay-Z's denial, Beyonce's silence, and Diddy's rumored involvement. This story has layers, twists, and unanswered questions that will keep people talking for a long time. What do you think? Are these allegations the beginning of a deeper revelation? Or could this all be a misunderstanding blown out of proportion? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, because your perspective matters. If you found this video intriguing, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss updates on this and other breaking stories. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.